My name is Cheryl Postuma, and in 1998 I was diagnosed with a prolactin pituitary tumor, which I no longer have. Thank you to Protandim.
Right.
Okay, really quick. When I was 19 years old, I was in a head-on car collision going 55 miles an hour. And this guy decided to cut across the highway, and then he stopped when he saw me, and I plowed right into him. Well, then I started to have migraines. Full-blown aura, lose your eyesight, nausea, the whole thing, migraines. In the last 12 years, they've gotten progressively, I look 30, they've gotten progressively worse. They've been 3 to 5 a week that I've had. And in between those migraines, I have a headache. There is never a time when I don't have something going on with my head. Like to shake your head is just never unheard. I would never do that. You know, I've tried chiropractic, lots of different chiropractors, tons and tons. Holistic, drugs, light therapy, oxygen therapy, water therapy, sleep therapy, antidepressants, anti-seizure medication, the whole gamut. You name it. Acupuncture, patches, stuff you rub on your head.
Botox. Yeah,
I did a Botox study for 1.5 years and let them shoot Botox all over my body, and you couldn't see the non-wrinkles because it was in places where you couldn't see. Nothing ever helped. Well, we got Protandim at the middle of December, and I started on the product. Well, 2.5 weeks later, I stopped having headaches, and I stopped having migraines. I have not had a headache or a migraine since January 2nd.
Jason.
What does that mean to you watching this? You don't have to be exercising. Oxidative stress is actually related to a lot more serious diseases, diabetes, cardiovascular health, Parkinson's, so the heavier things as well. So obviously, health is a holistic thing. The food we eat, the lifestyles we do have all great influences on it. And so you can look at it from many angles. I'm looking at it from an exercise perspective. So I just wanted to put this video out there and say, yeah, I'm going to check it out. And I'm very interested to see what happens, because I think if it works, it could be a really cool thing. And it's something that I would want to look at more in the long term. Now, the experiment to do is this natural supplement. It's called Protandim. I have no financial gain whatsoever from it. It's just purely out of curiosity. So what I've done is I've agreed with Daniel. Daniel's the actual distributor of Protandim here in Australia. Is that I've gone and had blood tests to look at where my oxidative stress levels are at, along with a few other tests which are in the blog. And then I'm going to take 1 Protandim a day for 3 months and just carry on like I am. I eat pretty cleanly. I train pretty hard, 4 to 5 times a week, you know, and I'm not going to change my lifestyle at all. But then after the 3 months, I'm going to retest the situation and see if this actually works or not.
So the ones that look like a target.
Yep.
So they're annulocytes, and that means the hemoglobin is oxidized inside. So this is oxidative stress that you can see.
So these are oxidative stress, and the non-ones are healthy?
That's right, and the majority of the cells are annulocytes, so it's a lot of oxidative stress on the hemoglobin.
So the oxidative stress, what could that have come from?
That's coming from the heavy metals, I'm sure.
From the heavy metals we picked up
the chemicals that are coming into the blood. And the liver is working very hard to detoxify, but maybe not enough nutrients. Okay, excellent.
That's it? That's it. So that's important.
Yeah, it should spread nicely like that. So this.
Because you could damage the blood otherwise. Yeah, right.
Okay, so.
Alright. So that goes under the microscope.
Go on to the higher magnification.
That's the stuff we want.
Yeah, there's still a few repairing cells.
So which of the, if you could point at the repairing cells?
This is called an annulocyte. The hemoglobin is slightly oxidized. It's repairing, not so solid.
Actually, 13 years ago, when I was diagnosed with a condition called subglottal stenosis, which interpreted means scarring of the trachea. I went into emergency surgery up in Salt Lake City, and they dilated my airway, and then I was told it would probably grow back. Sure enough, 3 years later, in the year 2000, it did. Did a laser treatment, and then a little bit later, within a few weeks, it grew back. They did it again. And then again, and then again, and again. And then in December, on December 7th, I ended up in the emergency room. And after the surgeries, actually the surgery that was performed, I went into respiratory failure. And due to that, I ended up with a tracheotomy and a regular stainless steel trach. I then had multiple surgeries, and they were not able to prevent the scar tissue from growing. And so then they did a rib graft, and they took part of my rib out and put that in my airway. That didn't work. And then I went to UCLA, and they took all the membranes of my cheeks, and they sliced them from here to here and from here to here on both sides, and they put them in my airway. That didn't work. Now I've had scar tissue grow back within 3 to 5 days, and after 4 months, it didn't. And so, on August 23rd of this year, my airway was sewn up. This is a pretty big deal to me, because for the first time in 10 years, I went swimming and was able to take a shower without gurgling. During this process of these past 9 years, I had a year when I couldn't speak. The fact that I'm able to speak today, and speak with intonation and emotion, is due to the blessing that I've been given. And I am grateful to be a part of Protandim.
I was in the military 15 years ago, and I was diagnosed with brain cancer. And I had 2 grade 3 brain tumors, astrocytomas. And at the time, I was taking 23 supplements a day. I had surgery, I had radiation and chemo at 5 years, I had a special scan done. The rest of the tumor that couldn't be removed at surgery turned into scar tissue. So that was a very good day for me. The chemo and the radiation worked. About 4.5 years ago now, I had my yearly checkup scan done, and it showed that I had a recurrence. And it was tumor growth, and it was the same area that they were in before. So my type of tumor is an astrocytoma. It's generally slow growing. I could have jumped straight back into some sort of therapy, but we chose not to do that. We're going to wait about 6 months to do my next checkup scan and see where it was, if it was growing, if it wasn't growing. About 2 months after that happened, I found out about Protandim from a very dear friend of mine. So I saw that video. At the time, we had one cancer study done that blew me away. And for me, after taking 23 supplements, before when I was sick, taking that little yellow pill was a no-brainer for me. For me, it wasn't an option not to try this. And I did. I was on it for 4 months until I had that scan done. This is all on medical paper, so I love talking about it. At 4 months after taking Protandim, I went in for that scan. There was no tumor growth there. It was all gone.
Hi everybody, my name is Jason Pollock. My friend Tim here asked me to get on Protandim a little over 2 weeks ago. My story is about 4 years ago. I had a severe head injury. I was playing church basketball. I went up for a rebound and I got my legs taken from under me, and I basically landed on my head so hard that the violent whiplash detached the nerve endings from my skull. I'm actually gonna cry right now. Sorry. My symptoms were ridiculous. I had vertigo for 2.5 years straight. Migraines were just a small portion of what I had to deal with. I had migraines so bad that it would drop a buffalo. I had such pulsating brain damage that in the left side the fluid would push my eyeball forward, and I would have to actually physically hold my eyeball in my head or it would like pulsate out. I actually had to get glasses because the fluid made my eyeball, just my left eyeball, the side I hit, it made my eyeball not blurry, but it was foggy. It was like looking through a glass of water, a glass of diluted water. I'm not wearing glasses, as you can see. For 2 weeks now, I've worn my glasses maybe twice for nighttime vision, maybe a movie. These are just some of the symptoms I've had. You think about what your brain functions in your body, which is everything. I had a problem with it. My hearing, energy was horrific. Thank you for reminding me of that. The energy level I had, I could usually only work for about 3 to 4 hours a day, and then I would have to take an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour nap. It was like I was a 90-year-old man. You know, I just couldn't function. The third day I took Protandim, I worked 12 hours. Amazing. That day. I worked 12 hours with a lunch break. And I felt fantastic. I slept well that night. I wanted to, I don't know what I wanted. I wanted to live. You know, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm living. So that's my story.